keep replaying it in my head. I just happened to look up and I seen it coming down out of the sky. Like it was white and the ball of it was like on fire, like the part that's entering the atmosphere.
In Anderson, South Carolina, in that area, they report that the fire departments there were responding to similar things there, and they also say that they had crews on the ground searching for what could be a possible strike. But again, none of that is confirmed. They just said they had several several crews there on the
governor this afternoon, and he told me that while they're not aware of any immediate threats, law enforcement here in Georgia, they are on high alert. And we did also ask him about that missile attack on the U.S. military base in Qatar.
It's disappointing they did that. I know the president gave a stern warning about attacking our folks.
We spoke with Governor Brian Kemp soon after news broke that Iran had launched a missile attack on a U.S. military base in Qatar.
I hope they don't escalate any further, because I think that'd be a bad decision for them to do.
Governor Kemp says law enforcement across Georgia is on high alert in the wake of U.S. airstrikes on Iran's nuclear facilities, as officials nationwide prepare for possible retaliatory attacks on U.S. soil.
Just to make sure everybody on the government side of things is at a heightened state of awareness, just to make sure we're ready for anything retaliatory that may come. We just wanted to make sure Georgians knew that we're on top of this and keeping our eyes open, and they should do the same thing. If they see something, say something.
Yeah, so many people on the ground here in Metro Atlanta say they felt some sort of shaking. One of my coworkers said that he was outside with some coffee. He felt the ground shake. He initially thought it was thunder, but that was not it. Officials are confirming that it was not an earthquake that took place. Many people that ran through their minds here. I did reach out to the governor's office, Governor Brian Kemp, to see if he was made aware. We're still waiting to hear back, but of course this is really a big talker here in the area, as people want to know what happened, and of course we want to know any other damage that might have taken place as a result of it.
This is just a picture comparison of a Iran missile going over Israel on June 21st, and then this is the fireball that was over Georgia on yesterday on 6/26, 5 days apart. It's just a comparison. It looks somewhat similar, except for it doesn't have that little white spark at the end.
Whoa! Flash, and they felt what they thought was an earthquake.
This seemed like it was probably what people call a bolide, which is sort of a very bright meteor, a fireball that ends up, the body of it ends up sort of exploding.
Alyssa Bands is an astrophysicist and director of Emory's Observatory.
And this was likely had its origin kind of as an asteroid or a part of an asteroid.
Bands says Earth and extraterrestrial rocks zip through space at incredible speeds. Sometimes they meet on a collision course.
I was most disappointed that I wasn't outside to see it.
Bands says a meteoroid big enough and bright enough to see in the afternoon sky is rare.
That is pretty unusual. There are usually just a handful a year that really reach that sort of fireball class.
Henry County Emergency Management tells Fox 5 crews are investigating a home in McDonough for what it calls unusual damage. The county cannot confirm if the fallout was from a meteor, but the county says that debris fell through the roof and hit the floor.
Luckily, most of the time, things burn up pretty easily in Earth's atmosphere.
Now, the National Weather Service reports flashes consistent with a meteorite here in Georgia. The American Meteor Society reports more than 100 sightings of a possible fireball. So far, no reported injuries.
Okay, so we got the reports from all of these credible sources. But one thing that still is not explained, and that is the fact that there were 2 sightings of 2 landings of these fireballs. Now, there's an explanation for one landing, and that was from one of the reports, and that was in Georgia, Blackwell, Georgia. And there you see that there's like wooden floor, and there's some debris there. It's a tiny little pinhole that went through a roof, and supposedly all of this inertia that came zooming out of the space landed into a Georgia home in that way. But then there's also another location where it landed in South Carolina, and I also included that video as well. So those are the things that need to be explained, because for me, the math ain't mathing. What do you think? Do you think it could be a possible terrorist issue, missile, or some type of ballistics in our direction? Or do you think it's just something that happened as like a possible ballistics that is hitting in our southeastern area of the United States? Or do you think it's just really like a phenomenon that just came out of the sky? It was just a fireball that happened to land in 2 separate states during the same time, or really on different times, in different trajectories, even though they're only focused on one area. But there's been multiple sightings, including Tennessee.